Hello dear student. So today class up to 25 bits we discussed in the previous class. Now today 26th bit. The distance between parallel lines. The distance between parallel lines AX plus B1 plus CZ plus D equal to 0 and AX plus B1 plus CZ plus D dash equal to 0 is. This is the question. He is asking the distance between two parallel lines. First of all, we have to check. Very important point here. What we have to check means X, Y, Z coefficients always same. That is the first very important point while finding the distance between the parallel lines. Must ensure here the X, Y, Z, here also X, Y, Z coefficients must be same. If not, then you have to multiply. So on that model also we will discuss one more problem. First we will do this one. So if X, Y, Z coefficients are same for these two planes, then the perpendicular, then the distance between these parallel lines, we have a formula. What is the formula? Distance always positive. That's why we put modulus of here constant is D minus here constant is D. So modulus of D minus D dash by square root of A square plus B square plus C square. This is the formula for finding the distance between two parallel lines. So one more time, this is the not the plane lines. Children, these are the parallel planes. Okay, distance between two parallel planes. Okay. Now one more time, the distance between two parallel planes means first of all we have to check here x, y, z coefficients must be same. And the formula is this constant d minus d dash by square root of a square plus b square plus c square. Here we will take one more example on this number. Suppose 27% is there. He given one line 2x plus 3y plus 4z plus 8 equal to 0. And he given one more line is nothing but 4x plus 6y plus 8z equal to 5. Here two planes are given. He is asking find the distance between these two parallel planes. First of all, we have to check x, y, z coefficients are same or not. Here x, y, z coefficients are 2, 3, 4, but here 4, 5, 6. First of all, we have to equate the x, y, z coefficients. How to make it equal? Here 4, 6, 8 means if you multiply here with the two number, then the coefficients must be same. It will be same. Then you multiply with the 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, and 2 8s are 16. Including the constant, we have to multiply. So this is the first important point we have to do. So for finding the distance between two parallel lines means x, y, z coefficients must be made it equal. That means here 4, 6, 8, here 2, 3, 4. That means you multiply first of all this one with 2. Then only x, y, z coefficients will be same. Next, second point. This constant compulsory left side of the equality is very important. But here 5 is right side. So bring this one also this side. Then 4x plus 6y plus 8z. If you bring this side, minus 5 equal to 0. Now children, now these two planes are parallel. Why? Because of the here x, y, z, here also x, y, z coefficients are same. Now we will use the formula. What is the mod of? Assume that this is d minus this is the d1. So in the formula 1 minus, there 1 more minus. Minus of minus is nothing but plus. By square root of a square plus b square plus c square. Here a means 4 square, b means 6 square, and c square means 8 square. So 16 plus this is a 16. 16 plus 5. 16 plus 5 is nothing but 21. So 21 by square root of 4 square is the 16. 6 square is the 36 and 8 square is the 64. So if you will add 16, 3, 4, 5, 5, 3, 4, 10, 11, 1, 1, 6. So 221 percent. 21 by square root of 116. If it is possible, you can simplify it also. I will check that with the 2 table, 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are again 2 table, 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are. That means we can simplify this value is 21 instead of 2 2's we can write like 2 root 21. So what is the distance between these two parallel planes? The answer is 21 by 2 root 21. In this manner we will find out. Now I go to the next question. Twenty-eighth question. The projection of segment PQ on the coordinate plane are -9, 12, -8 respectively. The DCs of PQ, this is the question. The DCs of PQ, this is the question. So children, here what is the meaning of projection? In the previous class also I said to you people, projection on coordinate axis. Always remember, coordinate axis projection is nothing but these are called DRS. Always remember this word. In vector algebra also we discussed. Projection on coordinate axis. Projection on coordinate axis is nothing but DRS. Means it is nothing but here given PQ DRS are given. Now we have to find the PQ DCs. We know how to find the DCs. First of all, we have to find the square root of this one. Assume that this one is A and this one is the B because of the DRS always indicated by the letters, small letters ABC. First we have to find square root of A square plus B square plus C. So square root of A square means 9 square. 9 square is the 81. So 12 square is the 144 and 8 square is the 64. If we did 4 4 8 8 plus 1 is the 9, 6 plus 4 10 10 plus 1 is the 18. So 289. 289 is nothing but 7. So we have to find the DCs. How to find the DCs? We know it. Every DRS is divided with this number. That means the DCs are -9 by 17. Next one is the 12 by 17. Next -8 by 7. This is the answer. Here only one word you have to remember. Projection on coordinate axis is nothing but these are the DRS. DRS given, then we can find out the DC. We know it, the procedure. So this is the answer. Next we go to the next one. Next 29% is if the planes x plus 2y plus kz is equal to 0 and 2x plus y minus 2z is equal to 0 are at right angles. Then the value of k is, this is the question. Children, here given two planes are given. He is asking these two planes are at the right angles. Right angle means the two planes are perpendicular to each other. Then we have to find the k value. We know it. If two lines are, if suppose if two planes are perpendicular, then the dot product of these two planes equal to 0. If two planes are perpendicular, then n1 vector dot into vector equal to 0. Here n1 vector means nothing but here what is the n1 vector? Here this one into this one we have to do multiplication. XYZ coefficients multiplication means 1. 1 2s are 2. Again here 2 is there. Here 1 is there. 2 1s are 2. Here plus into minus minus k equal to 2k equal to 0. That means we can write 2 plus 3 is the 4. 4 equal to 2k. 2 times cancel. Then what is the k value? K value equal to 2. That means if two planes are perpendicular means then these two planes dot product must be equal to 0. Dot product is nothing but x coefficient with x coefficient, y coefficient with y coefficient, z coefficient with z coefficient. That answer. Now next one we will go to 30, question number 30. The 30th question is the angle between two lines. Angle between two lines. Angle between two lines. X plus 1 by 2 is equal to y plus 3 by 2 is equal to z minus 4 by minus 1. And one more line is x minus 4 by 1 equal to y plus 4 by 2 equal to z plus 1 by 2 is. This is the question. He is asking find the angle between two lines. Angle between two lines is nothing but angle between the DRS. Means angle between the DRS means we will multiply. This is A1, B1, C1. Otherwise we will write as a first one line. The B1 vector is first one line. Whatever is denominator, that is the B1 vector. So it is nothing but 2I cap plus 2j cap minus k cap. And the second vector, denominator is written as a B2 vector. It is the I cap plus 2j cap plus 2k. First we have to do the dot product of B1 vector dot B2. These two vector you do the dot product. 2 1s are 2 plus 2 2s are 4 plus 2 minus minus 2. What is the answer? 4. Next we will find out mod of B1 vector. Mod of B1 vector is nothing but square root of this one square plus this one square plus this one square. 2 square means 4, 2 square means 4, 4 plus 1. 4, 2 square 4, 4, 8, 8 plus 12. Root 9 is nothing but 3. Next one is the mod of B2. Mod of B2 means same. 2 square is the 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 1 is the 9. This one value also 3. Then we know it, the angle between two lines formula cos theta equal to B1 vector dot B2 vector by mod of B1 vector into mod of B2 vector. So B1 vector dot B2 vector answer 4 by mod of B1 is nothing but 3, mod of B2 also 3. So 4 by 3, 3 is 9 equal to cos theta. Then what is the angle between these two lines? The angle between these two equal to we can write cos inverse 4 by 2. So the angle between, because of that we want angle means theta. Cos in that side it is converted as cos inverse. So angle between these two lines equal to cos inverse 4 by 9. This is the answer. Now we will go to the 31st question. The 31st question is the equation of line through the point through the point 1 comma 2 comma 3 and parallel to the line x minus 4 by 2 is equal to y plus 1 by minus 3 equal to z plus 10 by 6 is. So this is the question. So he is asking the equation of a line which is passing through this point and that. So then we write if two lines are, this is the one line, we have to find a required line. This one is the given line. So if two lines are parallel, compulsory their DRS are in proportion. It is nothing but both DRS are same. That's it. And he given crossing point also. Crossing point is in that x1, y1, z1. So what is the equation of line? Equation of line in Cartesian form. X minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. This is the equation of a line in Cartesian form. So x minus x1 means 1, x minus x1 means 1, y minus y1 means 2, z minus z1 means 3. But here ABC is nothing but the DRS. Whose DRS? The parallel line DRS. What is the parallel line DRS? The parallel line DRS are 2 minus 3, 6. The following we can write. Why? Because of that, if two lines are parallel, the DRS are same. Actually, they are in proportion or both are same. So, what is the required equation of a line? The required equation of a line is x minus 1 by 2 equal to y minus 2 by 3 equal to z minus Z minus 3 by 6. This is the answer. Okay. Now, in the same manner, next question is there. Next one. 32 question number. When two lines are parallel, the DRS are same. That's it. So next 32 question number. The 32, the equation of a line. Equation of a line joining the points. Equation of a line joining the points minus 2 comma 4 comma 2 and 7 comma minus 2 comma 5 are. So this is the equation of a line which is joining two points. If 2 points are given, this one is the x1 y1 z1, this is the x2 y2 z2. They have a direct formula. Equation of a line joining two points, direct formula is there. So equation of a line joining two points formula is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1, y minus y1 by y2 minus y1, and z minus z1 by z2 minus z. This is the equation of a line which is passing through 2 points from. So x minus, here 1 minus, here 1 more minus. Minus of minus plus. So x plus 2 by x2 minus x1. x2 means 7, minus x1 means plus 2. 7 plus 2 is equal to y minus y1 means 4 by y2 minus y1. y2 means minus 2. y1 means minus 4. z minus z1 means 2 by z2 minus z1. That means we can write this value like x plus 2 by 9 equal to y minus 4 by minus 6 equal to z minus 2 by 3. If it is possible, we can cancel it also. According to the options we can, so here we can cancel integral. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9. We can simplify it also. What is now? Required equation of the line passing through 2 points. X plus 2 by 3 equal to y minus 4 by minus 2 equal to z minus 2 by 1. This is the required line equation which is passing through 2 points. Students, he given options in Cartesian form. That's why I did it in Cartesian form. Suppose if we ask in vector form, then we can convert it to the vector form also. If the vector equation of a line formula passing through 2 points formula is a vector plus lambda into b vector minus a vector. Using this formula, it is nothing but this is the Cartesian form. The options are in Cartesian form. That's why I did it in Cartesian. Suppose if the options are in vector form, then we can use this formula passing through 2 points. Here we can write a vector is nothing but first point. First point, second point, your wish. So 2i cap is there plus 4j cap is there plus 2k cap. This is the passing point plus lambda into b minus a is this 2. It is nothing but we can write like this also. 3i cap minus 2j cap plus. Like this vector form we can do. This is the Cartesian. Now we'll go to the next question. 23 question number. Question number is the lines x minus 1 by 1 equal to y minus 2 by 2 equal to z minus 3 by 3, z minus 3 by 3 and x by 2 equal to y plus 2 by 2 equal to z minus 3 by minus 2 are. He is asking these two lines are, what are the options? Options are given, these two are rectangle, these two are skew lines, these two are parallel lines, and these two are intersecting lines. These are the options. First option is perpendicular, second one is the parallel, third one is the skew lines, fourth one is the intersecting lines. So there he given totally 4 options are given. Very easy. First we have to check always perpendicular. It is very easy to find out. So if two lines are perpendicular, then product of the DRS is must be equal to 0. That means here 1 is there, here 2 is there. This one into this one. 1 2s are 2, here plus 2 2s are 4, here 3 into minus 2, 3 2s are minus 6. So 6 minus 6 equal to 0. See 1 2s are 2, plus 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are minus 6. 6 minus 6 is nothing but 0. Then product of these two lines DR is equal to 0. Definitely the angle between these two lines are 90 degrees. Right angle. Or these two lines are perpendicular. We can these two lines are perpendicular. Or the angle between these two lines equal to 90 degrees or right angle. Whatever the option we can. So what is the option? These two lines are perpendicular to each other. Now we go to the 34th question. Given R vector equal to A1 vector plus some T into B1 vector, and again R vector equal to A2 vector from some S into B2 vector are parallel if and only if. Children, the beginning of today's class we discussed. If two lines are parallel, means if two lines are two planes, whatever is there, parallel means compulsory their DRS. DRS means after this special term. Compulsory these two must be same. Or this one equal to some scalar into this one. If it is in this form, then only we can say these two are parallel. So here the 34th question is given the options. First option is given that one B1 vector equal to some lambda into B2 vector. Here is telling that one here lambda is nothing but something but real number, something real number. And he given B2 is equal to A2 minus A1. And again he given B1 is equal to A2 vector minus A1 vector. And fourth point is given none of this. Just now I said if two lines are parallel, compulsory these must be equal or one vector equal to some scalar into another vector. That's it. When after this special character. Because of that, this is the crossing point. Crossing point we cannot consider. For a parallel or perpendicular, always we'll consider the vector which is with the scalar. So means this vector, either these two vectors are equal or these two vectors equal to some scalar into another vector. Any one is the correct option. So this one are option. The correct option is correct one is the first one, because this vector is equal to something real number. Real number is nothing but scalar into another vector. This is the 34th question. Now I go to the 35th question. The 35th question is skew lines are. Skew lines are. Options are given: non-coplanar lines, non-coplanar lines. Second option is coplanar lines. Third option is perpendicular lines. And fourth, last option is parallel lines. So skew lines are. He said that one skew lines. Skew lines means the lines neither parallel nor intersecting or perpendicular also. Means skew lines means two lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting and nor the perpendicular also. That means they are not the parallel lines, no. They are the perpendicular lines, no. Coplanar lines also, no. Why? What's the meaning of coplanar? Coplanar is nothing but intersecting lines. What is the definition of a skew line? Skew line definition is neither parallel nor perpendicular and not the coplanar also. Coplanar is nothing but intersecting. So it won't intersect, it won't perpendicular, it won't parallel. Like that lines only is called the skew line. So what is the option? Skew lines are always non-coplanar lines. Skew lines are always non-coplanar lines. So option is the correct. Now you go to the next question, 36th question. See the projections. The projections of a line. The projections of a line segment. The projection of a line segment on x, y, z axis are 12 curves the length and the disease of the line segment is so let me see the question. Just beginning of today's class only we discussed what I said, the projection of a line segment on coordinate axis. Just in this class only we discussed projection of a line segment on coordinate axis is nothing but these are called DRS. So DRS always indicated by the letter small a, b, c. So this one is the first one is the A, second one is the B, third one is the C. Because of the projection of a line segment and coordinate axis always DRS. So he is asking find the disease. We know it how to find the disease. And additionally the disease he asked one more also. The length. Whose length? Length of the this line segment. So how to find it is nothing but length of this length of the line segment is nothing but formula square root of a square plus b square plus c square. This is called the length of line segment. So it is nothing but square root of a square means 12 square, 2 square means 144, 4 square is the 16, 3 square is the 9. It is nothing but 10, 19, 2, 6, 169, square root of 169 is nothing but 30. So the length of a line segment equal to 30. This is the length of a line segment. And he is asking this means it is nothing but each DRS you divide with the length of line segment. So what is the first DRS? 12 by 13. Next one is the 4 by 13. Next one is the 3 by 13. That's it. These are called the DCs and this is called the length of line segment. This is the answer. So one more time I am repeating, projection of a line segment on coordinate axis always DRS. Now we will go to the next question. That is the 37th question. One line is given, x minus 1 by 3 equal to y plus 1 by 2 equal to z minus 3 by minus 1. And he given the plane also given. One line is given. This line is indicating by L. And he given one plane also given. This is the plane, isn't that? So this one, the given one is the line. Line and indicated by the letter L. And this is the plane. So plane he given x minus 2y minus z equal to 0. So he is asking which of the following is true? Means this line and this plane, whether these two are parallel or whether these two are perpendicular or this line is lies on the plane. These are the options. Children, I said first of all a line is parallel to plane. This is called line. Pi is called plane. Here we given this one is the plane. He said and plane. This is the plane. Plane is given, a line is given. When a line is parallel to the plane, then definitely the dot product of this line and plane must be equal to 0. We'll check these two dot product. Dot product means this DRS and then XYZ coefficient. Simple. So this DRS is 3. Here x coefficient is 1. So 1 3s are 3. Here 2. Here minus 2. 2 2s are minus 4. Here minus 1, here minus 1, minus into minus plus 1. So 3 plus 1, 4, 4 minus 4 equal to 0. Yes, very good. So if a line is parallel to the plane, definitely the dot product equal to 0. Next one is asking, so we can say that these two are parallel. Right? Still we check. Because of that, he said that one line is parallel to the plane. Second one, line is perpendicular to the plane. And third one is line lies on plane. Three options. Fourth option is the none. Okay. Now, when seeing this, we can say that sir, this dot product equal to 0. Definitely it is a parallel to the plane. But still wait. Because of that, if a line lies on a plane means it has to satisfy two conditions. A line lies on a plane means it has to satisfy two conditions. One is the line compulsory parallel to the plane and this line through which point it is passing that point if you substitute in the plane it has to satisfy. That is the second condition. One more time I am telling, very important. If a line lies on a plane means it should satisfy two conditions. One is the line parallel to the plane. So if a line is parallel to the plane, then definitely the dot product must be equal to 0, satisfied. Now the second one is line and plane both are passing through same point. Both are passing through same point. Okay, so both are passing through same point. So same point passing means here the line is passing through which point? 1, minus 1 and plus 3. This is the passing point. Whose passing point? This is the passing point of line. So the line passing point is here. Whatever is there, change the symbol. Minus means plus 1, plus 1 means minus 1, minus 3 means plus 3. So the line is passing through the point. Now, if this plane also passing through same point, then we can say it is line. So passing is nothing but in the place of x, y, z in plane, substitute. In the place of x1, in the place of y minus 1, in the place of z 3. So if you substituted 1 minus into minus plus 2 minus 3. So 2, 3 minus 3 equal to 0. 0 equal to 0. Yes, it is satisfying. It is satisfying means the line is passing through the point and plane also passing through same point. So the line and plane both are passing through same point and line is parallel to the plane. Then what is the meaning? The line lies on the plane. So student, these are the today's class. So tomorrow is the last day to complete of this 3-dimensional chart. Thank you.